afternoon. This is Successful Saturdays. This is your girl G.I. Jada. And we live, baby. I am 2 minutes late, y'all. My apologies for my tardiness. My apologies. Let's get right into it, all right? How's everyone doing? How are we hanging in there? Now that the snowstorm is over. Oh, I got a text. Okay. Sorry, I just had to check that really quickly. It was from our special guest. Just making sure everything's all good. We on go. We good to go. Hey, shout out to last week's guest. Shout out to Forever Loyal. You can follow them at Forever Loyal_apparel. And I'm just trying to pull up my questions here so that I'm prepared. Like I said, was running a little behind today. So have you all filed your taxes? It's tax season. I filed with Gordon Accounting. All right, Gordon Accounting. You can also watch that interview on my IGTV. You get all that information as well. But yeah, I filed. And it was a quick process. Very quick. The app is very mobile friendly, user friendly, you know. Okay, let me send out my request. What's up, Lookology? Shout out to my boo, Lookology. And we have a Successful Saturdays as well, but you gotta kind of scroll through that thing. We need to bring her back on here because that was really fun. That was really fun. Y'all, I'm sorry. I already know I have my wine. I'm such a wino. It's happy hour.
Ain't that DJ Charles over there?
But so I was just saying that I filed my taxes. So if you haven't filed, you can file with my girl at Gordon Accounting. And shout out to last week's guest again at Forever Loyal Apparel. Y'all go watch that live and support. All right, we're gonna get started here in a little bit. Let's see. Hold on, let me pause this music so I can read the verse of the day. Okay, because we can't read the verse of the day with DJ Chose in the background. Today's verse of the day is Psalms 23, verse 4. It says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." That is like a really famous verse right there. I'm pretty sure we've all heard that. I will share it on my story, tag my Revived Soul Sisters. But let's go ahead and get started with today's special guest. Let me go ahead and pin that comment right now before I get her on here. Are y'all excited? If you're excited, drop some emojis. Let's welcome our special guest. Let's give her a warm, Successful Saturdays welcome. Show love. Drop the emojis. Share this live. Please send this out to your family, to your friends. They want to get some candles. There it goes right there. 30% off, all right? I'm chill today. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
It's two of us here. Can you see us?
Please.
Can you see both of us?
I can see y'all, yes, but y'all are sideways, just to let you know, if you don't. Yeah, okay, that's better. And I can still see you both.
Okay.
Welcome to my live. Thanks for joining me today.
Yes.
I'm super excited to hear more about this company. You guys can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay, my name is Carla.
My name is Nicole.
And we own the Make Sense Candle Company business. I guess should we just jump into the questions, or you want like a little background?
Y'all can give a little background or where each of y'all are from, how y'all met, how y'all went into business together.
Okay, that's okay. So funny thing is that we met at work, and we became friends like instantly. We just clicked. We started the business it's about a year old now.
A little over a year.
I don't know how to say we got started. We just wanted to start a business. She actually started before me, and she kind of put me on. It was like, hey, I'm starting this business, candles. Like, if you're interested, like, you could be a part of it. And I was like, yes, of course. I love candles. So I feel like just our love for candles in general made us really want our own company, our own products. And yeah, that's kind of how
just our love for candles.
it started.
I would say, I guess, for one, I was inspired by seeing other young Black women start businesses of all kinds. So, and that's been kind of going on for the last couple of years. We've been, catching wind of that, like on social media around us.
Yeah.
And we used to spend so much money on candles. So, a thought came up, like, why not try to create our own product? And of course, that thought sounded simple at the moment until into the scientific part of it and all that, which of course we're going to talk about as we answer some of these questions. But that's kind of where like that.
Yes, so just two candle fanatics.
Yes.
Trying to make some money. Okay. Candles can be a little expensive. They can be up there, but I'm pretty sure it takes a lot that goes into it. So
like just for the candles, when you get a candle, you're so excited, you burn it, but it lasts for like a day.
Yeah.
For a candle that literally lasts a day, you know what I'm saying? So for our, we are still trying to make a product that lasts for days, you know what I'm saying?
Slow burn.
Yeah, when you pay $25 for this candle, you like, well, shoot, it's gonna last me like 7 days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rip off. So we are really trying to perfect that as well. Yes, a slow burning candle.
Slow burning, making sure it's like we're using a good wax. That's a lot of people now are very allergic to all kinds of other stuff. Out there, chemicals. So we wanted to make sure that we're pushing a brand that doesn't just smell good, but we wanted to make sure that we did the research to make sure that we're using natural products.
Like soy and coconut for it to be a clean burn and like good for this.
Okay, y'all hear that? Y'all get some candles right now. I got the 30% off code pin. Not right now. Wait till we done. You know our ladies, but you go ahead and cop some of those candles. So you kind of already explained, how y'all got into the business and why you sort of chose this path. So since starting, what would y'all say, or what would each one of you say that's been the hardest part? What are some obstacles you ladies have faced?
Well, obviously the pandemic is hard, and it's hard just for the reason of ordering supplies. So order a shipment of, let's say, white jars, but when we turn around and order another shipment, they're sold out for 3 years. Like, it's crazy stuff. Like, we're not getting it until next year, and then you have to change everything, your jar, your labels. For me, that's probably the biggest obstacle, and probably trial and error of just making things and testing it and not working, or, kind of going back and forth with that. How about for you?
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same. We shared obviously the same obstacles. Besides like the just regular small business obstacles, like like you said, trial and error, just trying a different product, making sure that we're getting a clean burn, making sure that it's burning as slow as we're saying it's burning, making sure the scent is suitable, not just for us, but for different people. So there's a lot of sampling that has to go into it, which means you have to put a lot of money to finally land on that product that you want to put on the market.
Right.
First, like she was saying, like with the pandemic, which I'm sure has affected
pretty much everybody,
most businesses, it's just stuff becomes in high demand, because a lot of small businesses that are on that, there's not that many suppliers. If you want like a really, really good product. So like she was saying, you can order a product and, you're making these candles, and once they sell out, you're going back to the same supplier, but they just can't produce fast enough. Either they lay off people, or something is going on at the warehouse they had to accommodate. Either they can't get their, raw material where they was getting them from because of the pandemic. So that has been really, really tough on us this past year.
I would also say marketing. Like when you first
Mhm.
start, you think everybody and their mom is gonna buy it. Like you think it's just gonna be out there, but it's not, because you're trying to sell to people who some don't know you. Why is your product worth
Mhm.
just straight off of you? You know, and a lot of people are like, oh, a small business, black owned, but not everybody's. You know what I'm saying? So I would say also marketing. Just how can I reach a bigger audience?
Correct.
Mhm.
During a pandemic on top of that, you know what I'm saying? So that was obstacle too, for sure.
Right. And like, how do y'all kind of work? What have like been some things y'all to do to like work around that?
Just be flexible, honestly, just rolling with the punches. Hey, they don't have this jar, well, I guess we're doing these jars today, because you know what I'm saying, we got to keep making products. So I think just being flexible and just don't get frustrated. There's always a fix to something, you know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the
Yes.
world.
And I think you ladies are doing a great job. The packaging, everything about the candles looks very sleek, you know, good marketing. So marketing is key, because it's like, you know, candles are actually a big market.
It,
So there's a lot of candle companies. So, you know, you guys just doing what you have to do to set yourself apart from
right.
the other companies. So what would you say has been the most rewarding part?
When y'all get the candles and y'all send them, like, oh my God, I love this. I burned it. I need this, you know, and just the repeat customer. For me, it's the repeat
The
customers.
repeat customers,
That
the
know,
loyal ones.
yeah.
Yeah, the reviews, being able to hear from somebody else that they love the product is besides just ourselves, you know, because obviously every one of our candles since that's out there we've loved, but everyone is different in what they love and what they don't like, you know. So
And with that being said, I was going to ask, what are some of the scents y'all have right now, and how many do you have?
Right now, I want to say we have 8.
mm-hmm.
And the way we do our candles, they're all named after streets here in New Orleans. So we try to make it really personal.
Mm-hmm.
We have a variety of scents from the super musk. Pretty much you name it, we got it. You're gonna like something. You're not gonna like something out of that line. You might like all 8, but you're gonna like something. It's we have good scents, I feel like.
Yeah. Our Treme candle is going to be more for anyone who's into maybe like food scents. Mm-hmm. So like you like bakery kind of scents, like, you know, that's you. Elysian Fields is more like it's like eucalyptus scent and ivy. Mm-hmm. So if you're like more into aromatherapy, that's kind of like up your alley.
Which one is that? I need that one.
Aromatherapy. So they have this spearmint, and then the what is it? Poydras is a lavender mint, which is so.
Yeah, sorry. Oh my God. But those are two
aromatherapy
and Poydras.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna get those ones. We do have a question. We go ahead and answer that one. It says, do y'all divide the parts of your company between the two of y'all? Is there like, I'm in this lane and I'm in that lane?
I'm sorry. I don't think I understand the question. Can you like clarify what she means by the question?
Okay, we'll give her time to reword the question.
Like, let me just guess what you're asking. No, we work on all of it together. Every part of every aspect, both of our hands touch, from the design to the paints for stuff, just everything. We don't divide anything up. We're all 50-50.
Yeah, I don't really know what exactly her question. It kind of seems very broad, but like she said, we both own a business legally. Mm-hmm. It's 50-50. When it comes to production, we both make the candles. Everything is from scratch. Mm-hmm. When it comes to what has been invested in the company, we've both invested pretty much the same amount into the company.
Okay, she said, yeah, that was she meant. Y'all are doing great.
Yeah. And obviously there's something she's better at than me. Like, so we kind of do that, split it,
bounce off of each other, kind of. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what's the overall impact you all hope to make on your community with your business?
That was honestly like a really difficult question to answer.
Good question though.
Get you thinking.
As I was reading that question, I thought back to like what inspired me the most. And like I mentioned to you earlier, it was honestly seeing other brown or colored folks like myself, my age or even younger, actually going out there in the world and putting their name on something and having something of their own. Yeah. Right. And starting to really kind of build wealth for ourselves, right? So that was inspiring to me, and I'm hoping to make that same impact in the community.
Right.
Like she said, our candles right now are very personal to us. So they were named after streets in New Orleans, and I would say our biggest customers are obviously local.
Yeah.
When you're a small business, you're kind of forced to start that way anyway. You know,
Right.
we're hoping to obviously expand way beyond, you know, the city of New Orleans. But right now, this is where like the most of our clientele is. This is where the biggest market is for us.
Yeah, that's understandable.
In this communities, we want to see more young girls actually be able or have the courage to step out and say, you know what, I'm good at this, and I can actually go into business for myself, do it the legal way, and start to have, you know, generational wealth, which is what, you know, we all want. So I would say that's kind of, I don't know if that answers your question, but it's really just inspiring other young girls to step out there and do what they want to do.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer. And it's okay. I don't have it all figured out right now. Like you said, it's a question that kind of got you thinking, you know, you have a reason why you started this. So that'll kind of lead you there. And like before you know it, you'll be making an impact that you didn't even know you were making just by being yourselves. Like you said, running your business, doing it legally. So I think that's really great. And it kind of also leads into the next questions of some of your goals or some of your short-term goals with the business.
It's more, I would say, improving ourselves, reaching your audience, and really just continuing to put time, like detailed effort into making our product so that, you know, once we do take off more, it's already as perfect as we want it to be. Networking more pop-up shops, like
Yes, we talked about that a little bit offline.
That would be some of the short. Anything to add to that?
That's pretty much it, really. Yeah, like she said,
it's really reaching the audience, you know, like really everybody, not just everybody who follows me. Like, you know,
yeah,
really
it's honestly like it's very difficult for anybody out there who hasn't started their own business. It's not as simple as people say it is, and it's about it's learning how to reach different people as well. You know, social media is not going to work for everybody. You know, it's a great tool, but it also depends like which social media, what kind of product you're trying to push.
There's different platforms.
So that requires some people are just like, if I've never smelled it, I'm not going to buy it. You know what I mean? That's something that you have to keep in mind, like the kind of products you have, like what is.
Yes.
You know? So it's like our short-term goal is honestly just investing more in understanding our market and how we can reach people as far as possible, you know, and make them those repeat customers.
And you know, I would like that you mentioned that because I was thinking if that was a challenge for y'all, just people like, well, how do I know what the candle smells like? You know, like how do y'all go? Yeah, how do y'all address that if it comes up like, well, I don't know what that scent smells like.
I don't know, what does Treme smell like? Oh, it smells like macaroons. But what does that smell like? So it's like everybody's scent is different. So that is a challenge, and
that's a huge challenge.
We don't have any scratchy sniffs, so you know.
We ain't sending no samples out. Like
we're not like in a magazine where it's just like a Dior perfume.
Okay, you know.
We're not that advanced, yeah, like you said. So it's you do have that group of people who's very, very difficult to sell to.
Yeah, someone just said you probably have to be very descriptive, like
right.
You're and if you're into candles, you'll pretty much know like the basic scents and
if you're into candles.
But on our website, we've tried to make the description as descriptive as world. Okay, so you'll know what you're experiencing and what mood the candle
and
for.
Images and like, you know, we try to put, you know, some pictures together so you can have an idea. And even that sometimes is very difficult for people to visualize or to see. One thing that is different that we have started doing or that we are into doing now is also introducing samples.
Yeah.
So like, you know, our wax are fairly new. We started using them at the pop-up shop. Really, the last one that we had, that was really the intention anyway. Yeah. So we're trying to incorporate those more in our stores. If you like, you buy a couple candles, you may get that free, or you know, something like that, like a couple giveaways, just for people to kind of know, okay, maybe I bought Elysian Fields today, but now I have an idea what Portraits may smell like if I want to purchase it next time. Right. So that's one way as well that we're trying to kind of incorporate that. Yeah. We had to understand that, you know, you are purchasing something that you have no idea what it's gonna smell like,
Right.
you know.
But hey, don't knock it until you try it.
Right.
So-
If you don't like it, you just don't buy that one again. Let's try another one. They have 8 of them.
That's where you also kind of have to invest in marketing as well to understand, like, people are very different. There's different groups of people. There is those individuals who are into candles, so they're gonna know when you say musk, they have an idea what musk is. If you say herbal mint, they know exactly what you're talking about. You know, versus somebody else who needs to see, you know, what you're talking about, like an image, or they may need to smell it because it's just not enough. You know, so there's also different groups of people that you're trying to sell to, and you just have to find different ways to try to express or be descriptive, like you said, as possible.
Yeah. Is it a mental thing too? Because I swear, as we're sitting here talking right now, I'm smelling all kinds of stuff. I'm smelling herbs and eucalyptus. Ain't nothing around me right now. It's all in my head because y'all talking that talk. That smells good to me.
I know the next, well, we told you some short term. Long term, I would say.
Yeah, we can touch on long term.
Open our own shop eventually. You know what I'm saying? We want to have employees. We want to be at storefronts and stores that y'all know, and Walmarts and, you know, malls and stuff. Like, we want, like, that would be for sure.
Yeah, for sure. If you're saying long term, even if it just started off as just a small store, I think that also touches on to, like, how we want to make an impact on our community, because it would be us actually hiring within the community, obviously,
jobs,
doing different things within the community, such as community service that's tied within that. So that's more like the long-term goals for us, definitely.
Yes. And what would y'all say, like, what does success mean to y'all? When do y'all feel like y'all will reach that? What does that, define that for us in your own words?
For me, I would say success is just, you know, putting your mind to it, not giving up. Like, you got to keep going, and just you going, you know, it's going to get you to where you want to be. It's going to be successful, but you just, I guess you can't give up. What would it mean to you? That's a good question.
Yeah,
I'm glad y'all are digging my questions. I've been using the same ones. I'm like, it's probably time for me to, like, switch it up, maybe just reword them. But they're just the main basic questions I feel like every business, you know, should constantly think about. And it might change, you know. And as you reach and check stuff off, you might rethink things, or you might add to it. You know, that's the goal. I think that's what success is, just continuing every day, no matter what setbacks you have to do something different, you know. You just not giving up and just doing what you love to do, you know, because you may not ever reach a point. Like, sometimes I feel like success for me is just, you know, when I'm gone, it's still being, you know, my son has something to continue, even if he makes it something totally different, like just having that something.
Yeah,
absolutely,
yes.
So I want to thank you ladies for getting on. I also wanted to ask you, I know I already thank you, but, like, I'm not going to stop thanking you. I, like, just appreciate anyone who wants to come on here with me and take me seriously. But what advice do y'all have from someone who, you know, wants to maybe do the same as you, or even just run a business in general?
Just start with the plan. Write it down. I mean, I don't know what we used to do in school with the circle, the main idea with the little sticks that come out, and with that, like, seriously, write it down and research what you're doing. It will save you a lot of time and a lot of money if you know what you're doing prior to the team. You know what I'm saying? And just not giving up. It doesn't matter how old you are, what you do, what your background is. If you want to do something and you're passionate about it, do it. And just keep going. Yeah.
You want to add to that?
I've had pretty much the same. Writing, you gotta write down the stuff. That's just
definitely.
If you're doing candles or baking or anything like that, of course, writing down also means recipes, like knowing the measurements of what you're putting into something. Sometimes it's just as simple as adding 1 gram of this changes the whole entire product. You know what I mean? So writing down things, or like the temperatures. So writing down is so important. You have to keep a journal and literally write down every time you're in the lab making products.
Yep.
The other thing was starting small. You want to start small all the time with a small inventory, just because you don't know how you're going to be moving that product. don't really want a lot of money sitting in your inventory if you're new to this. That could be tying up money. So starting small is also some good advice for people out there.
We're totally opposite. When we started, I wanted to make 50 million candles at once. I was gonna just be selling 50 million candles.
You knew for sure your product was gonna move, baby. You was gonna have to make that move.
She was like, "Oh, wait a minute now."
Yeah, you want to start small. You're gonna get there. Trust me. If the goal is to be that big, you could be that big. The sky is the limit,
Just
you know.
patient.
But yeah, you have and you have to go back to everything is trial and error. You know, you can't fast forward your way into it. It's a slow process. So you want to take your time. You want to write things down.
Y'all got this. Whoever wants to start a business.
Yes, my girl Steph, she said that was great advice. Thank you. We got Forever Loyal on here. Shout out to them. That was our last week's guest. So, but everybody on here right now, make sure you follow. If you're rewatching this on IGTV, go ahead and click that @Make Sense Candle Company. Okay, follow them. Stay tuned. Do y'all have some product around y'all want to show us?
We are really pushing this rose scent. It's called Keep It. It was one of our Valentine's Day scents. But if you love roses, it smells like a bouquet full of roses, and not the cheap kind, the really, really good kind.
Because I was about to say roses can be expensive. For Rocky's birthday yesterday, I went out and bought him one rose. One rose. I'm like, he deserves something, a nice flower to wake up to. I'm like, why are these so expensive?
One too, which is all right. This is the one that she would like. It's our
Everyone's saying they love candles. If y'all love candles, y'all can go use that code MS30.
Yes, it's 30% off your entire order. Today is going to be the last day for that. So y'all tap in.
Yeah, so if you're watching this right now, go ahead and get your candles before the day is over.
Do that.
And was there anything else y'all wanted to say? Maybe something I forgot to touch on? I want to let people know anything.
Hopefully one day we'll be able to do another Saturday with you. We'll be in person and we'll really get things going. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a recap of what we achieved. But yes, just thank you so much.
Please keep me in mind. I definitely want to do that. I haven't, this has been a virtual thing except one episode I did, and I'm like, man, this is really fun. I want to do more of that. And even just things, it doesn't even have to be necessarily like an interview. Like, even if y'all want to walk through the process of how y'all make a candle, like stuff like that.
That'll be so fun.
Do y'all have, if y'all have any questions, you go ahead and drop that in the box before we get off of here. Just making sure I didn't skip over anything. How did y'all hold up? Did the storm affect y'all at all down there?
Not at all. It was cold, don't get me wrong, but it didn't snow like how you got snow too, right?
Yeah, we had snow and it messed up the whole week. It was like a one-day thing turned into literally the whole week. So just prayers to everybody who was affected by that. There's a lot been going on, fires and
terrible
houses getting ruined when the pipes have been bursting all week. So definitely a lot of people needed candles for sure this weekend. So you never know when you'll need them. Just stock up on them, have them. Even if you're not a candle person, you never know when you may need it. And they say they got that slow burning formula in the works.
You will not be disappointed.
But no, thank y'all again so much. I really appreciate it. That's all from me. Everyone, enjoy your day. Y'all stay tuned. Keep up with Make Sense Candle Company. Y'all will see them again right here on Successful Saturdays. Oh, see, yeah, someone said they had no lights for 4 days. Like, that is just crazy. I'm so glad you're okay. She's a loyal viewer of Successful Saturdays. She's going to be on here too. She's working on a business. So she gets on here every Saturday and soaks up all the gems. And we'll see her on here with her company.
Okay, well, hope to see her there then.
All right. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Have a good one.